single one of these reviews is a perfect 5-star review on this.
I believe you're right. Yeah, it's and thank you at home, by the way, if you're kind enough to take time and let us know what you think. It means the world, because if we know what you're thinking, we can give you more of what you love, and that's what we're trying to do here at Bellezza. Now, I mentioned we are the home of the Lira, genuine Lira, no fake Lira here. Do not be fooled by our competitors,
right,
who often do fake Lira. These are genuine, every single one found for you in Italy. Every single one has a story, has a history, and it's a coin that's not made anymore.
That's right. It's not in production. So this is, you know, when you think about it, we're not going to be able to have Bellezza forever with coin jewelry.
No.
Because there's only a finite amount of these beautiful Lira coins. So these are collectible. They're historical pieces. So this is really a treat for everyone. Now, here's what I want to do. We want to introduce our next piece. It's our Lira coin black Spinel bangle bracelet. We have a limited quantity to go around. We actually have, we're going to show you, 57 remaining, and that is it. That is all we have. Now, we have two choices there. You can see the left counter at the bottom of the screen. Now, my producer already updated me. 6 3/4 will sell out first. There are 25 remaining. Look at just the artistry of this. So 6 3/4 and then 7 1/4 is next. And that are the two choices. I like that this looks like the edge of a coin, how it's reeded, and then look at how it lifts it up, all bezel set. Black Spinel, almost looking like a teardrop, really frames that centerpiece. And with Bellezza, Paul and the team prides themselves on always showing you the reverse side of that coin. So Paul, let's talk about how Lira jewelry has been so incredibly popular within this collection.
Well, you know, Lira jewelry, I mean, coin jewelry started over 2,000 years ago, and it became a way for a wealthy woman to show her status, how much money she had. When you had so much money, you could actually wear it. Now we're talking money. Okay, so that's
then you know you're rich.
Then you know you're rich. So that started, and I trace it back to the Romans at about a few hundred years before Jesus, actually. And fast forward, and coin jewelry has become important in every culture on earth. It's always meant the same thing. It's status, it's a club, it's a celebration of history, a celebration of art, a celebration of a moment in a nation. And that's what the Lira celebrates. So when I collect Lira, for me, there's a couple things that are important. One, I want to collect coins that are not in production anymore. Yes. And that is all we're bringing to you. We're bringing to you coins that are no longer made. These are very difficult to find. We find them, and then we polish them, and then we mount them. And we mount them carefully so that we actually protect the coin, and so the coin maintains its integrity and its look. So when you get it home, it's as if you had a trip to Italy and you saved a couple of the coins that you got when you were there.
I did.
Sure,
yeah.
And you tucked them away for years, and you thought, you know, I'm gonna give these to my daughter when she grows up, or I'm just gonna remember my trip to Italy, or, you know, we all do that sort of things.
Right.
And then you look at them, you're like, wow, these are really beautiful, and wouldn't they be gorgeous mounted in jewelry? Well, we've taken care of that for you.
And it's mounted in this beautiful, it starts off in bronze and bathed in 18-karat gold, but it's all crafted and created in Italy. So we are transporting you on this beautiful journey, and this is really something that is iconic. A lot of us collect the Lira coins. With everybody calling in, we now have 38 left, and I kind of feel like an auctioneer here. That is all that remains.
Can you do the auction voice? I bet you can.
I know I can't.
Oh, I can just totally hear it. 39, 40,
You wanted to do it, didn't you?
I was dying to do it, you're right.
All right, we have to move along because it looks like this will sell out. 6 3/4 and 7 1/4 are available.